stream key should be the same. Yeah.
It should be. I haven't changed anything.
Oh. Can't sponsor this yet. Uh-huh. Hello, people. I think we're up. We up? I think we're up. If I can just figure out why the hell. Whatever. That's fine. Leave it this way. I don't care. Do I care? I don't care. So, dude, I gotta tell you. All right.
Did it go?
I'm showing this live.
Yep, it is. Hang on.
Oh, Oi, he's on there already. Hey, Oi, what's up?
Yo. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, you better pull it up.
I gotta pull it up. I can't.
The right side of the plate. Wait.
Hang on, I can't see.
Oh, yeah, it looks like NASA's been working on something over there.
What? No, me? What? It says who?
Well, that one bird that you got sitting down there looked pretty nice.
What was you talking about, Willis?
Ah, man, I even cut this thing.
What you talking about, Willis?
What do you think? Should I just cut the tail or should I give it a T-tail? I was thinking about the T-tail. I know. Why do I not have my... I don't have my gear because I just got back from flying. I was doing some flights, people. It was a nice day out over here.
You gotta take advantage.
And so did the cat.
Cat's back.
Cat is back.
Can't stream without the cat.
The cat's become a featured article.
Regular guest. You know what? I wish I could point my laser into the drive the cat nuts.
So I'm thinking either. Well, here, wait. You see if I'm gonna go ahead.
What are you doing?
I know I said I was gonna give you some Wasp, Diamant, and Banshee news, but I'm gonna start with some Goblin news, because it's the one I'm thinking about right now. Well, I said like you want me to cut the fin or to give it a T-tail, and I think I decided on giving it a T-tail. But I'm thinking like not too long ago on the update on the Easy, and I said Banshees are probably going to become like Lytro trainers, maybe.
Extinct.
Or, I mean,
Banshees, not Banshees. Goblins?
Extinct.
Well, I might have changed my mind on that.
Because they just do short range stuff so well that I may just like have them stay with the close range attack, close range support, and then give it to
Not Wasp, but perhaps Diamant. And actually, Wasp, variants, kind of like we were talking about before, how I can build like long range planes out of everything. Goes back to that. Some of the the Diamants and some of the Wasps, especially tonight that I got done flying, they really seemed to like it when I threw them lighter, and depending on what kind of variant they were. So, as you like to point out, I'm the king of making different planes, different variants. Well, I may just do that.
Well, yeah. See,
with like
because everything that I've noticed, anyways, is that you have like the phase, for example. It could do like 15 different roles.
We can't do close range very well.
Okay, but it could pretty much do everything else. You had a version that could pretty much do everything else.
Oh yeah, you got to give them some more tutorials, huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, I do too. All right, yeah. If you say more, you got to be talking about NASA over there because I haven't given up a single one yet because I'm a slacker.
Well, I am working on the Raptor video for the flight. I thought I was gonna have it out already, but it's not working.
You mean the video or the plane? I'm assuming you mean the video.
The video.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So anyway, Goblin is probably not going to
House
be my
hunters.
trainer. We're both watching something with age. You've got Home Improvement. I've got House Hunters, which you should be watching because didn't you watch that all the time?
Yeah, she watches that during the day and on Sundays when the beach shows come on.
Oh, man, those
Ironically,
people. Man, those
living at the
people. Yeah,
beach.
some of those people really aggravate the piss out of me, dude.
Oh yeah,
There's one I videoed on Facebook. It's like, dude lives by the beach and like, oh, we gotta have a pool. You've got a giant fucking pool right there.
yeah, I
What the
know.
hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, it is nice, you know, if you don't
Spoiled.
live like, I mean, because you can still live like an hour from the beach where we are. Like, we're not an hour from the beach. We're like 5 seconds. But yeah,
But I can't imagine. Again, this is just one of the many things. This is why the rest of the world hates it. Spoiled first world problems. This little whiny boy is crying because, and you could literally, I mean, literally, their view is off the beach. There might be a little bit of land between them and the beach, but it's right there. And he's
yeah,
like,
they have an
let's go
ocean.
have a pool.
Yeah, they gotta have oceanfront with a pool. Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't do
just
that.
like, bitch. Yeah, that guy's a, I don't know, just I don't know. But anyway, sorry.
Rant over.
Yeah, rant over. All because we're watching House Hunters. Yeah, I gotta get some tutorials up.
Yeah, you
listen,
do.
but they will not be on IVPAC's channel. They'll be on my channel. So, thanks to Mark telling me I should probably do it on my channel. So I will.
Yeah, because I think this should be like the conglomeration stuff, and then
If anybody's got any updates, like you guys, OAE, Rogers, Dalton, anybody that comes on, yeah, if they got, yeah, you're right. This is where updates should be shared and flights and stuff like that. I mean, if you got a flight video, you're welcome to post it up here, of course. But yeah, you're right. And then stuff exclusive to us contractors go on our own individual pages and stuff.
yeah.
What in the hell have you got there? What is that?
This
It's
is
got a giant hole in the nose.
yeah, that's the thing that I was working on the other day. This is from that folder paper.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
This is that
Yeah, no,
Diablo
yeah.
that flies like a rock.
No, I definitely saw that drama. I read into it too. Is like, yeah, this is one of the reasons I myself have never gone on there because dude, I'm right with you. I've noticed that a long time ago. It's like they've always done that, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, you gussy up somebody else's idea. You don't have to call it theirs. You don't have to call it yours. But if you make it look pretty, they get the credit. It's like you invented it, but they get the credit. It just makes no sense.
All day. That's the government way. I have literally not touched these, and this thing is already curling.
But you didn't get a chance to fly that outside yet?
This? No, none of them. Well, besides the Raptor that I built together like
Well, I didn't.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I got you one.
It's already been 2 weeks.
You need to get out. Oh no, no, you're right. I saw that. You're right. I saw it was a direct insult to you because once I read into what was going on, and it's like, how do they get away with that? How do they do that?
I missed something here.
Yeah, he PM'd me about this, and then I used the link to get in there, and I don't know if it's a friend of his or just somebody that knows him through Instructables, an acquaintance on there, but do you know he's got a bunch of, all of his stuff is on how to build these planes on Instructables.
Of course.
Yeah. So, every now and again, they have the contests where you just have the most, what they call unique, what they call ingenuitive, and comes up with the idea, and whoever wins a prize, and whatever that prize is, could be $200, could be something. But
somebody stole his idea.
Well, they're judge. It's not. It is and it's not. It's like indirectly. It's like it is plagiarism, but it's like they take it, they gussy it up just a hair. It'd be like putting it like you guys. You know, you take a phase and you put it something I've never tried before, and then claim it the whole plane is yours. It's like what? No, that's not the way that shit works.
Right. That's why this is pushing it. But then again, there's some differences that don't make this a phase.
Oh yeah, no, definitely so.
But it's close.
It's close, but not enough for my tastes. That's why it passes. You know. Okay, so it's someone you don't know. So I got look, even I can't, even I get blamed for here's the box I took out today for flying, and because I'm an idiot. I mean, I still can't get out of shoe boxes. I'm trying very hard. It's not full, but this is the ones I flew today. I took out Wasps, Diamant.
Make sure you shake it real good.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that. They're like, after tonight's flight, oh my god, dude. There's this one bird in there. Do you remember that one that we built on the last show? That like, because it caused you to do that. You got the hole in your Diablo. I built that one that actually has like, it looked like the Spyder, but it's not the Spyder. And then I took it and cut the whole. I dig it out of there, but it's like buried in here. I suppose I could. But remember, I cut the whole nose off of it because it was like so heavy.
Yep. I totally remember that. DEFCON 2.
Okay, so he doesn't remember it at all. I know what your code means. So, dude, that plane, holy shiza mitkeza. Here it is. This thing, oh my god, easily the best plane out here. And I took the Phase 4 out there, or the Phase 3. This thing, the Manila folder one, this thing kicked its ass. Oh my god, this thing, dude.
How?
I mean, you remember Buena, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, you guys, or if any of you guys have watched the videos of me, like if we've been flying at Buena, I was at the baseball diamond, and this thing launched it to the east, and it banked, so it came around, then went to the south, and went all the way to the tree line. I mean, all the way to the tree line. Not only to get altitude, but it just cruised on out there. So it kind of dusted this thing. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how.
Don't tell me that's what I've been missing. It's cutting all the nose off.
I don't think. Well, like I said, this is a different way to get about what you had. So
because I do like the sleekness of that one, because it's you cut off what a good,
yeah. I mean, yeah, I cut off
what 2-3 inches.
At least that. Yeah, because it's starting there. Yeah, at least 2. Yeah, almost 3 inches. It had to be about 2.5 to 3.
Yeah, because it.
And I mean, it kind of makes it look, sad to say, just a little retarded. But man, this thing flew, dude.
Not from that angle though. Not from that angle. It doesn't look.
No.
If you don't see the bottom at all.
Yeah.
That looks super sleek.
Well, yeah, you would say that. It looks like a Spyder because again, this here, I mean, it's got your downward slope to the back, and then the anhedrals sweep to the forward, so they're huge.
Yep.
So I mean, in essence, that borrows Spyder. But dude, I would say, I mean, like obviously, I did not start it, and I see this. Let me go off another little tangent. I'm sorry about this, but like you guys say, like I've advanced, I've got all this shit, and you guys will never catch up. But you guys are the ones giving me the ideas. I mean, this thing, I built this with Spyder in mind. I wasn't trying to build a Spyder. But you can't tell me I didn't do a downward slant with inside anhedrals without thinking of Spyder. I thought of Spyder. The same thing with a couple other ones. That burst aircraft that I'm working with the reverse slant on the trailing edge, that's because of you. You had that one. It's been a while.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Well, I got the pictures. To prove it. But you built this damn thing like 2010, 2011, and like I don't remember exactly what you were trying to do with it, if you even got it to work. You said you couldn't get it to work. but it had a reverse slanted trailing edge, and I think you got it. You had it where it was built in, and I think it led you to Ninja eventually. But
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
remember that?
yeah. I do.
Yeah, and it had
Because
that, and
that was
because of that,
because of the structure that's built into the plane. That was my
yeah,
whole concept behind getting a long range plane.
right.
That was the
And
whole concept, and
ever
then
since that, I've been trying to build one like that.
and that's where I ended up coming up with this.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
this is Ninja.
Which plane are you referring to? This thing right here that I've just built? Yeah, the Spyder-like thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. It kind of does.
it is. It totally is.
But like it's but again, see, I borrow stuff from you guys all the time. Every time you guys come up with something that I like, oh, it piques my interest, I'll use it. I don't care. It's not just me; it's you guys too.
You know what's surprising though is for me is this that I came up with this. This is probably my most complex. It's not even difficult to build. It's just unique
Right?
and it works.
And it works. Well, that's key. I mean, can't have nothing that doesn't work. Shoot, dude. I mean, that's yeah. I think like Mark over there with his Delta Diamond fascination. I'm gonna probably go with the all kite looking force since now. Besides this thing, which I'm definitely going to be working with, I might have to get you to build a Spyder and see if you can work with this thing. But this is
Yeah.
brand new design. This has no name, never built this before, but it looks a lot like these other two that are sitting here. And look, they all are kites. This is a Goblin, this is a Diamant, and this is brand new. Mostly it's in the shape of their fuselages. It's different because the wing shape is pretty much kite-like. Because this one's perfectly straight. This one is super slanted, and this one has a fold back. The Diamant rocks. I don't know, like I told you in a text about the flight from 2 days ago, and you guys haven't heard about it yet, and we didn't film it, but KIA and me were flying over there to one of our stations, and I lost one to the pond, built almost exactly like this one. It just flew so far and caught the wind, and it died. It flew right into the water.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. You were telling me about that.
yeah, it just yeah, sad. Kind of aggravated about that. But this one is its clone. This one's virtually identical. So I think
Not anymore.
well, I did like this one doesn't wear the. Actually, this isn't the one like it, is it? No, this is not it. Where is that? I didn't get it off. Dinner's in where? Did I bring it along?
Nah.
Man, if I left it out there. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I'm fascinated with these little Diamants because these Diamants are definitely longer range too. But this here is what I mentioned to you. They have that curve. This inherent to most of the Diamants. I like to put that on there. They don't have an anhedral, but the wing curves down after sloping up here because there's a lot of tension up here by the front of the nose. But then they've got this. It's not exactly a slat, but it is. So there's a fold. The first like quarter inch. Now the other one doesn't. The other one that was lost didn't really get it to an extreme as this one did because this one's really just this long. The other one did it to the wing root. This one here though, because of the compound, like it makes the wingtips look a little bit more drastic. There's probably a little bit more of an anhedral to these. And this, like I said, that I think aided a little bit in windbreak and a little bit in, well, obviously getting it into the water because it flew a great distance. And this one is really good at that too. The tail's a little bit stubbier, but apparently stubby tails are the way to go. This is why Goblin, I think, flies a little too short range because the tail's like super huge.
Oh, did I do
So, but Goblin also has two staples. I mean, Goblin's been gaining weight, so. Are you building a Spyder?
I was trying to, but then I just realized
Okay.
I folded it wrong. I gotta get some. I gotta get something from over here to correct that issue, which is another sheet of paper.
I haven't built any planes with landing gear in a long time because every time I go with the landing gear, I don't try to do like Like I liked yours that you should like. Oh God, is he listening? Okay, I liked your pancake because the way it looked like it was built in, and you said it was retractable, and they're just like flat pieces that create the gear. That was cool. But when I did it, and I did this a long time ago, I built one in 1990, and I used it's the one like maybe you remember this from one of our first shows. We put it on one. It had like I took a paper clip, I bent it, then poked it through the plane, and then put those cardboard wheels on it and sat on that. That's the type of
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that
That's
was
the type of gear
so.
I'm talking about. Whenever I think of landing gear, I try to put real landing gear on there. It goes crazy. One of the first phase twos actually had landing gear on there that functioned and could fold away. That was really nuts. I didn't do any add-ons. I used the paper that was already on the plane. That took so much cutting with an X-Acto knife. And so much tape. It did work, but it was almost useless. But where's that phase? It had, you don't have pictures of that. That thing's long since dead. But I
Yep.
cut feet out that started here in the wing root, right here past the wing pockets,
Yep. Yep.
and went down here. The feet came from the fuselage, and since the phase two was dual papered, they were only on the inside, so they could drop down. Like you could fold them out, and they would drop down here. And then the most complicated section, the nose actually had a gear door because I took it out of the inside. I cut the one sheet, became the door, then took the other sheet out and gave it another flat landing pad, and it was able to drop down and hold the plane up. And they could be folded back, but the wings folded back a lot easier. The nose, if you folded it any more than like 5 times, it would probably just rip off. Most likely. But it was pretty cool. I mean, it was a good plane. It was like one of those things that you always got to experiment with. I had a chance to experiment with it. Um, and you always should experiment. You know this. So,
Yeah.
anywho, the news related to this. Banshee, the Spec 4 is turning out to be freaking great. Um, I was telling NASA's about this earlier, and so the Spec 4 is probably not going to be short range anymore. Diamant, well, if it does stuff like that, it's probably going to be medium range. So, any of you guys need a medium range plane? I'm looking at like 3 or 4 of them. And I don't know if you're interested in kites, but I'm definitely interested in anything that has a tail fin. I mean, I'm interested in tails so bad. Is there a way to put a tail on a Spyder?
Not really.
Damn. Because if this
I mean,
thing,
unless you built one separately and added it in. Because, I mean, you see what I got here.
and you build those out of long sheets. They're like legal sheets, right?
Yeah, this is, well, they're actually built out of Chinese menu,
Oh.
which is that's the original one.
Are they built-in tails? Yeah, bona fide landing gear, dude. Yeah, it's like I said, it's there's really no spot for it on our birds, but because Goblin sits there just fine like this, and that's because the fold in the bottom of it creates that twin keel, so it has something to sit on. I mean, I enjoy that,
So,
but
I'm trying to remember
something like this, when your anhedrals are sitting down, it holds just
how we
fine.
did this. I'm trying to remember how we did this.
Yeah, I've definitely. Something has always not sit right with me since our early days of building because, again, I mean, in truth, you can't do it because most basic paper airplanes, you need an anhedral. Some people call them winglets. I like to call them anhedrals because they're too big for that. But, the big folds here. You need them to keep the plane stable. So there's only basic 3 surfaces, your fuselage and then those. Most of them don't ever have tails. So, I mean, when we do fin coating in IVPAC, we put the codes basically on the winglets, on anhedrals, and that's part of the wing. While it works for us, it's kind of wrong. It should be on the fins, but our fins, most planes we don't have fins.
Yeah, they
Ever
don't.
since I start, yeah, they
They,
don't. It's not
it
something
just
we do.
yeah, like this is the closest that I've gotten in a long time.
Right,
Because
right.
most of mine
But
are.
could you put your fin codes on there?
No, not
You know,
those. Those are too small.
and see, well, the thing is with Raptor right there, that's the only vertical surface you got. So if you do you accept it and you base it, where are you going to put the codes on that?
I might even put them up right up top.
Like I have to do with Banshee, because Banshee doesn't usually get built in with tails either. Although, again, with Banshee news, should Spec 4 be the one that gets kept, they're all going to have fins, because I just keep working
No,
fins.
no.
What do you mean, no?
Did we go down and then like I don't? I'm trying to remember. How did we do that? Does it go down to the back?
Yeah,
It goes
that's what I mean.
so it
That's
starts
why this.
high.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why this
Starts
one
high
is
and then
virtually identical.
goes
Yeah, it's
low.
like it does this. You sweep. You have a downward sweep.
But the anhedrals go.
But the anhedrals make them look big because they sweep forward. They're not straight. You sweep them towards the nose.
Right. You don't fold them straight.
Right. My God, you don't remember that?
No,
You
I
really
mean,
need to build some. You need
because
to
I
build some more
usually
spiders.
I know, but I've been doing not that for a while.
Right. You don't put up. Ollie, how come you don't put up any? You don't have the opportunity to put up any videos of your flights? Because I know there'd be some anxious crowd members out there to see you flying your birds too. I mean, not present company notwithstanding, but like, dude, like you have these, you build so many, and then you have somebody take. You're obviously gonna have my interest because you take all the different ones and then have a little tech on this one, another little tech on that one. So you know.
Yeah, and you know what I want to see fly.
You know, remember what I mentioned to you earlier about is he gone? This is why I'm gonna mention it. Yeah. God. I'd like some scrambled eggs, some toast.
And pancakes.
That's gonna become our unofficial like spokes plane for all of our shows. Thanks to OAE for having that plane, just so we could do that.
I'm gonna name this one Bacon.
So yeah, the first plane I'll be doing the tutorial on will be the Lance.
Oh, you're gonna go back that far?
Well, most people voted for Legacy, so I think they probably. Well, I mean,
Phases
my
legacy.
well, that's what I was just about to say. Is like my legacy goes on for like I said before 2000. That's a lot of freaking planes. That includes most of the phases. But no, I wanted to when I really.
goodness.
I mean, my picture with legacy was going with land.
So thick.
That's what she said. Did you put it on Instructables or? Because I thought I did. You mentioned it. You mentioned it, didn't you? Because I remember seeing something about that. Oh, this thing's gonna suck. Oh.
And then which way did you cut the nose?
Okay. Now, yeah, here's the trick. See, you're gonna do that.
I don't know which way that
See
is.
that?
Yeah, but
That's back because you don't cut any of your leading edge, but you cut
so you
right
cut it.
up to the tip, right up to the tip of the leading edge, and then you go back. But remember that's going to be your nose. So the slant you give it is your nose. It depends on how sleek you want the nose. I gave it what I thought I could get away with without looking too ridiculous.
All right,
And the only thing, this is so basic because after you cut it, you know, you cut a lot of weight off. I put one staple. You see that? There's a staple right there. That's it. That's the only thing, but it's holding it together. I highly, if it's similar to yours, it'd be really cool if you flew that thing and saw what you thought of that, because that plane could be something. If it's like a Spyder. I mean, at least try it, because this thing is awesome. I'm not even gonna joke when I say I'll go as far as to say that thing might have just got flight of the month. Definitely potential for flight of the year.
Are you serious? No.
Dude, that was outrageous. Even over the Diamant dying, which I would give it, but like, dude, that took my breath away. That was a good flight. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Even you would be like, holy crap, stop stealing my plane.
That's what I said.
Okay, so the shadow is posted. I must have seen it. I must have seen it then. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring that. I saw you put that up there. But
Oh!
there you go. Yeah, there you go. That looks pretty much like what I got here. Again, it's going to be different because I didn't do. This is a standard sheet of paper I used. You're using your regular Spyder sheet. But I'm just thinking. I mean, if it works for you like it worked for me, dude, you might have something here.
This is already like really thick.
Right, so you're cutting a lot of the weight off. I mean, your Spyder was a pretty good glider as it is. I mean, it's your strike plane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if this is to expand upon that, dude, look the hell out.
Yeah, if this increases range because it decreases drag because of the weight,
Yeah.
then I'm not happy.
You're not happy. Well, you don't have a plane currently in the dead roll. So, I mean, technically...
Well, yeah, I do. All my planes are dead.
You can have that, and that could be Spyder V5.
I don't even know what V I'm on.
V1, which is your original, which is the regular one,
oh yeah,
that could be the dead. Well, this could be your long range strike.
No, they're all dead.
I have not seen the Colt. I thought you mentioned that before, and I was going to look that up. I have not seen the Colt.
Do you do anything about it puffing up in the back here?
No, I let that go. Well, okay.
See that?
I take it back. When I did that, I held it back here. I held it near the back where your wing pocket was coming down, and then I did the staple, and the staple seemed to hold it down pretty good, and I left it alone after that. I mean, it poofs up a little bit. You're right, but I like screw it, leave it there.
Whoa, where's the stapler at? Where's the stapler?
This thing's really got a very good balance. Its CG is right about where it needs to be, even without having...
Right, it still feels really balanced. Like, it feels like I should just hold it right there.
Yeah, it's about right. So, I mean, as retarded as it may look, I mean, I'll take retarded if it flies great. This thing was such rocket.
Do we have stapler?
Oh, wait, yeah, here. Need this? Yeah, I got you.
Can you get a stapler?
There you go. Wait. I got it. Hey, take
it. Get it.
How could I not find it? It's right here. Oh, yeah, I got it. Here.
Dude.
Look at that.
Just take no, I don't see the link. You trying to put that through the chat? That's not the only time. Why does it not accept links? I don't know why the hell.
Yeah, that's a setting on the channel. That's not...
That makes me wonder if... Can anybody do that?
No. Usually, like, the default is, like, all of them are whatchamacallit? Banned.
Are banned?
Yeah, except for the channel owner.
Oh.
Or any mods.
Well, even mine came across as just the site. The link isn't like a hyperlink. You can't click it and go.
Okay.
It's really weird.
Oh yeah, that did hold it down.
Yeah. See that? Yeah. It's like because of its location, it seems to hold it down pretty good. It poofs a little, but not much. And like I said, I hope it flies for you like this one flies for me, dude.
Yeah, I might have made the anhedrals a little big, but that doesn't seem too big.
Not for Spyder. Is that gonna be like the only Spyder you have now?
It might be if this thing flies. Like a rock.
It's gonna be a delicate play because, of course, like I think yours is a little heavier, but. So anyway, yeah, I lost a Diamant the other day. It had an outstanding flight. Again, something I would have already, even KIA Dalton, who was out there with me, was going to say, like, I would easily nominate. That was a magical flight. I would have nominated it for flight of the week, flight of the month, even with it dying, until this thing flew. This thing, man, I mean, I want more stuff like that. I'm definitely going to be working this. no offense to NASA's over there in Spyder, but this is not a Spyder. It just borrows Spyder technology. I am going to be using this because, dude, this could retire phases. I'm not even joking. This thing could retire phases.
All
between
right.
this and Wasp.
Latest in NASA news. This thing is awesome.
If it flies like mine does, you have got something, dude. I'm telling you.
This thing just straight wants to climb.
Yeah, that's what this one did inside. It flew straight as a rock. I mean, and glided there. I was like, okay.
See,
Then when I took it outside, oh my god, dude.
No.
It has javelin-like speed, except it glides. I was like, this is the plane we were looking for.
This one doesn't do that. It literally takes off, and then as soon as it gets to that point, it starts to just climb. And hits the ceiling every time.
And the thing about that is also
I had to kick it out like a normal Spyder. I couldn't keep it straight.
Do you have like, is your in the tail end and a trailing edge back there? Do your wing pockets droop just a hair?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it does the same thing this one does.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has got to be worked with, dude. This has got to be worked with. Yes, yeah, that's what mine does. Dude, this has got to be worked with. There's no way. This has got to be worked with. This is, like I said, this is potentially a phase retirer. I'm serious. This thing is so, I mean, the way I had a couple of the Wasps flying, by the way, also.
And that's a single sheet?
This is a single sheet. Yeah, this is nothing like it. This is a regular sheet that I did this out of. I did the folds in the front, which is really funny when you think about it because I cut all of them out. But there was a lot of complex folds because my nose was super thick. All of the weight was in that nose. Then I just cut all of it out. The only thing I borrowed from your Spyder is the way you fold the fuselage and the anhedrils. Everything else was different.
That's crazy. And it looks very similar.
I know. I mean, like I said, I'm not shy to admit it. I did it with your Spyder totally in mind because I told you I wanted to build something like that. You know, a slanted fuselage, slanted anhedrils like you do.
But what's the height on the rear back here?
The rear? See if I can give you that. The rear is, just under a ½ inch.
Oh yeah, see mine's super tiny.
Yeah, because you've done that before. You've made it.
I mean,
you make it a
literally
lot
mine's
shorter.
like one, like a 16th.
Yeah.
Like maybe. Oh, 2/16. Sorry.
2/16.
Yep, in the back.
Okay.
And it's almost an inch tall in the front. Or ½ inch.
Oh, an inch tall? An inch tall?
No, ½ inch.
Yeah.
½ inch. Sorry.
Okay, so you took it to an extreme. Yeah. Which I mean, again, yeah, you're because that's another reason. I knew I was playing with the slant, but I had no idea what to play with. Because I've never known. I don't know if I know your true dimensions. I do because it's on the aircraft sheet, but I didn't reference that. My bad.
Right.
My front end is. Oh Jesus, that's about 7/8. Yeah, that's 7/8. The highest point 7/8 up in the front. It's close to an inch, not quite there.
Yeah. See, mine's ½ inch in the front.
And how big are your hedrils?
Let's see how big they are.
He's right, Colt paper airplane. How do you do that? How do you get did you pay for that, man? How'd you get the Colt paper airplane at like the first result? Oh, well, if I do javelin, I might be able to bring that up too. Sounds to me like somebody's fishing.
They are almost an inch.
At the deepest point?
Yes. So if you
So,
go
like-
if you go tip here, you know, this point right here
Yeah.
is almost an inch. It literally, like if you're looking at the square,
Yeah.
does yours have the dots?
Oh, not inside there, but I do my inch marks crawl into there. I could use the squares here.
1, 2,
It is
3,
an inch.
4, 5, 6, 7. So 7/8.
Okay. Mine makes
So-
a full inch to the deepest point. To the tip of the hedrils, yeah. Mine's a full inch.
Mine is literally like, probably like close to it. Like, I mean, it's literally like not even an eighth. So this is 2/8 at the. I thought this was. I thought these were measured in 16ths. They're only measured in eighths.
Oh yeah, yours should be. Yeah, the 16ths is. That's almost kind of no point to that in cutting or sewing.
So yeah,
Almost.
it's 2/8.
And they're 3
So-
and a quarter. They're 3 and a quarter
so
inch
a
long.
quarter. So a quarter.
Man, we're doing the whole dimensions of this bird. They're 3 and a quarter inch long at the wing. To the tip, it's almost 3.5.
How long? What are you saying? Tip to? How long?
Yeah, like the length from like the start at the wing to right there, not the tip, but the end of the wing. Yeah, I got 3 and a quarter
Wait, what
you know-
do you measure?
from here to here. You can see that, right?
Are you going to? Are you going
Not-
back?
Not your tip, not your tip that goes down on the fold, but just the edge of the wing, just the corner there.
But yeah, that. But see,
No,
mine.
that's true. I don't know why nobody's picked Colt.
But see,
I mean, it's
mine goes
actually rather cool.
Mine is like right at the tip of the diamond. That's where my fold is.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Well, see, I didn't do mine. See that mine the tip
Yeah,
actually
yours don't
goes
do-
into the
yeah,
hedrils.
Yeah, no. So mine,
Which is
I've always folded mine that way.
yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. I do seem to remember how the picture on our. Well, no, the picture on our screen looks like your Delta. Well, I can't tell. It's odd. The picture on our main screen there, that Spyder shot, kind of looks like the Delta Diamond's behind it, but I can't tell for sure. It might not be. It could just be the angle of that flight.
It could be. It might be a little bit on those because it was bigger.
Yeah.
It might have been different, but these smaller ones, I've always done it like this. And that length is.
Let's see. This. Yeah. How long is the entire bird? My entire bird. Okay, the fuselage. Well, no, not the fuselage length because it's awkward.
And
5 7/8.
5/8, 3 5/8,
3 and 5. Okay, so ours is about the same when it comes to that.
and then
No, yours is a little bigger.
and then
which it should be 'cause yours goes to the tip.
The entire length of the fuselage is
Well, from the nose to the rudder, not to the
right.
because it's awkward. Yeah, I've got 5 and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
well 5 7/8.
Yeah, like that's almost exact.
Wow. Okay, so they're identical in length.
What's your wingspan?
We're getting very technical here, folks. I'm sorry. We're distracted because this plane, dude. You get this plane outside, you're going to be living the fucking dream. I'm going to go with the widest point, so let's take it back here.
Yep. So let's take it. Let's push it together.
Oh, you push it? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
push
okay.
it. Push the
It's
fuselage
pretty much
together,
pushed together anyway. Yeah.
and then take the 1,
3 and
2,
5/8.
3. Wait, so 1, 2.
This is important.
I think mine's 3 7/8.
Holy cow! Really?
Dude.
These planes are virtually identical.
Yeah, they're almost identical in size. I mean, I wish I had a scale right here. We could weigh it.
Yeah, I know. I keep meaning to get one of those, dude, like a postal scale, so we can tell exactly how heavy these birds are.
Because yeah,
'Cause
I'd
that would
just
make
throw
all
it
the
on
difference.
there. I would throw it on there and just say, "Hey, how heavy is this?" Because that's crazy. I mean, I figured they look pretty close.
And the thing about it is because I threw away the nose like a dumbass, I'm going to have to dismantle this to figure out how I built it again, and I might not even get it right because the nose where all the folds were. You at least have a Spyder to base it on. I can't do that because I'm not going to use the Spyder.
You threw the nose away?
I threw the nose away. I didn't need the nose. What do I need the nose for?
Because you hadn't built it before?
And this is why part of my planes in my pad just blow donkey chunks. Well, the Colt wasn't the Colt wasn't yours, right? So that's why you didn't want it. I mean, it makes sense. Although if you could have put enough tech on it, you could have called it yours. Me neither. So yeah, I highly recommend you start doing that with the Spyders and see what you come up with.
Yeah, like
Because this plane, I say this about everyone I come up with that actually, one good flight. You get excited about one good flight. It's one thing, but the thing is being consistent. This is why Phase got to be in there because it was consistent. You got to get consistency out of them. You start to build 40 or 50 of them, and they start doing the same thing. You're like, okay, the plane's pretty cool. This is the only one. For all I know, the second one's a pile of crap. And I would build another one in front of you guys. It's just that means I got to tear this one apart. Not gonna like this one.
Yeah, see, I could go build another one right now.
You can, yeah. You're lucky. You got a blueprint, and if, like you said, dude, it worked inside, so you've got your bird. That thing, oh man, you've got potential there. Holy cow, dude! I'm not gonna take partial credit for that one, like I did. Like we did the joint product with Phantom Lightning.
Yeah,
This
that was
is not-
that was different.
This is different. I mean, although like you better give me some credit, saying like, hey, I had the idea of cutting off that nose, but other than that, don't put Sil on
Well-
there. That's still your bird.
And the thing is, like that's where Firecat kind of came from too, because I built it with Spyder in mind, and
Yeah.
I was like, I want to take this nose away, and what's the best way to do that? It was like a Spyder Vortex kind of mix,
Wow. Okay.
because you remember how Vortex had those big, they were kind of like this, how they had the big Delta Diamond
Yeah. Yeah.
wings. And it's crazy because like I could still build that one like it was yesterday.
Where's my dragon teeth?
And I
Where's my-
actually started modding that one a little bit and starting to revamp it to try to possibly bring it back a couple years ago.
I remember. Yeah.
I've still thought about it because it's a good base for a Delta Diamond.
Right.
But now I got this.
Now you got Raptor.
Now I got this.
Yeah, you got the base.
And I got this.
And if you,
You know,
could get
and
Diablo.
then this. Like,
Oh yeah, that thing too. Was
this
that
is-
thing got a name?
This one doesn't have a name.
Oh, well,
It's
you
just
need to
still
work on
a
a name.
new design.
I highly recommend you don't call it the Colt.
I'll just call it the 45.
Let's not go there. We warn kiddies,
That way,
don't
that way
fly.
he can have the Colt. I'll have the 45, and we'll just blow stuff up. or
Oh,
or
God.
I'll call it 1911. He called his Colt 45.
Oh, I see what you did there. Where's my dragon teeth? I'm scared if I take this thing apart, I'm not gonna be able to build it. Well, I'm scared if even if I leave it together, I'm not gonna be able to build it.
Why don't you just take another sheet of paper out?
Well, I need to know how I folded that though. I don't know how I did it. I mean, I know how I did it, but I don't know how I did it. Give me another sheet. Where's another sheet? Okay.
Here.
Fine.
Here, take this one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah. Because I can't build Spyder out of that size. That's where I tried to get like the micro one.
Yeah, the V4?
Yeah, whatever one that was, the micro.
Yeah. Well, man, sometimes it's hard to remember exactly. V1, V2, V3 were successively bigger. V4 was the micro, right?
I believe so.
I think that's how it went.
Yeah, I think or was it V2 that was smaller?
I kind of, yeah, I
I
whatever.
thought
What you
two-
didn't
I-
like, you didn't like it. It's in
Oh,
the
no,
aircraft
no.
list.
No,
You didn't
I didn't like it because I think that's where I got the idea for Twister though.
Yeah, probably. Shoot, I can't use that. That thing blows donkey. Oh, come on, give me. Oh, that's javelin paper. There's the coffee news. I can't use that. Oh, that's like Dodge paper. I can't use that.
Yeah, you don't want
God.
to use that on this. That's too thick.
That's the thing. Is it? Oh,
I mean, yours is single folded, so it might be all right.
that's true. It might be. Okay, let's see if I can do. But I gotta take this. I gotta take it apart.
You know you're gonna be in landscape though.
Well, yeah.
So that's fold one.
Some of them, yes. I mean, like I said, I've been working with some of yours, but not too many. I mean, like I try to build other people's planes, but mostly I try to build I try to integrate some of your ideas into a new design, not even my plane. and occasionally it turns out that way. But like this thing, this is a new design that borrows folds from Spyder. So I mean, believe me, I like building a whole bunch of them, and like building yours OA would. I mean, you got so many. I don't feel daunted. Don't get me wrong, but I just realized it's like, holy cow, I gotta. We have a lot of our own, and I know you. I can't. I wouldn't be asking you the same thing because, of course, I haven't put up any tutorials, so nobody knows how to build any of these things.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean,
I
I
don't know.
have a javelin because we built it on stream.
We built it on stream, and if you guys followed it, you might have been able to do that. So
Um,
he knows exactly what javelin's like now.
and then phase. Phase is
Phase
pretty.
two's phase two's are relatively basic.
Yeah,
There's
but
almost
then,
no reason why you couldn't
but
build a two. I mean, if I showed you a two, you'd be like, if you haven't built it, you'd be kicking yourself because you're like, that's it, really? Which is why I retired it.
but that's
Hell,
why. That's why
phase three is not much different.
I was gonna say the 3 and the 4 are pretty simple too.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, because again, they're just expanding on a two. You're just trimming some weight off of both.
Yes.
It's not really until you get to like, well, again, the 5, that's just plastic. It's not until you get to the new ones, the 6 and the 7, that it really is different. And the 7's not accepted yet, so it's there. It's just not accepted yet.
He's lying.
W.
He's really not on number 7. He's really like on number 30. He's got them already built. He just hasn't said anything. He's just
Well, I'll
keeping
give you a
them.
little.
He's
I'll
like
give you a
it's
little
like the whole
secret.
area 51.
Oh, I'll give you. Okay, well, I'll give you a little secret. The Phase 8's probably just going to be another 3, just miniaturized, so it can be part of the aerial demonstration team that me and KIA were working on. You know, because everybody should have their Blue Angels or their Thunderbirds or blah blah blah. So, and none of us really have one yet, well, except for him. He does. So I want to work on that. They got to be pretty colors, and then they got to be planes that fly the same. And I need dragon teeth. Give me the staple remover.
Remover?
Hand me that staple. Don't you have a staple remover?
Not a remover.
You have a staple adder, but not a remover.
Yeah. Here.
Well, what good is that? That does me absolutely no good. Okay, here. All right, I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but I'm gonna have to do this. I gotta know how I did this. I don't know if you guys have ever. I'm sure you guys have had to remove staples before. There's a reason why you need that staple remover. Every now and then you could do it with your fingers, but since this is in the nose of this plane, no, gotta use the remover. Oh God.
Oh, it's. Oh yeah. Have fun.
Yeah, it's not okay. Oh no. Yeah, see, this is what I feared.
Hey.
Damn it! This is what I feared. See, all the folds that made this plane are up in the nose. Wait a minute. Once. Folded it twice. I was gonna find out who was naughty or nice. Oh my God, was it really that simple?
You almost built it like a Thunderbolt.
Holy cow, it was really that simple. So all I did... Okay. Okay. There's no pattern to it, because I just went to town. I think I can do it again. Now, hopefully I didn't destroy it by destroying it. Well, I did do this. I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, by the way, you're going to want to keep your anhedrals almost close to 90 degrees.
No, mine like to be kicked out.
Oh, did they? Well, this
Yeah.
thing didn't like that. This thing I had to keep them. Well, no, it's like phase like. It was very. It looked like a Y. That's what it did.
Yeah.
So they're out, but they're only out because the wings are up. If the wings were flat, they'd be at 90 degrees. But I kicked it out.
Right, because I tried keeping these flat, and then that it doesn't like that.
Right. Yeah.
So you got to
and
kick the wings out.
That's the truth.
You
That's
gotta
the
keep-
truth. That
You
this
got to
one
kick
is.
the wings out, and then even that, I still had to kick it out a little bit. Like I couldn't keep them exactly.
Right. Did you
Is it-
put the staple in the same place?
Yes, I did. I put it right there, in the top of the nose.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I just screwed it up. Do you see this?
What did you do that for?
Son of a bitch. Uh-oh. Damn it! I messed it up. I might have just destroyed it.
You just crunched it without.
No, it's not that. That I did the same thing. You know what you just found out. Like you put the staple in, it takes out your wing pocket. You know that pillowy effect back there.
Yeah.
Well, I put it in so high that it just held the wings up too high. Crap. That's what I'm afraid of. It's fine like this, but it doesn't have a staple in it right now.
So then just hold it and staple it. That's what I did.
Yeah, but how did you do that? Because like mine is right near the wing root. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what I'm
right
saying.
up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that. I don't have that kind of luxury because mine. My staple won't let me do that. If I do that, the wings move up. Wait. No, yeah, it wants to make. Are you kidding me with this? You're kidding me with this, right? Okay, wait. No, I think I got it. Oh,
No,
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to
Okay.
get it because even if you hold it like this, you're still pushing the wing pocket down. If you have to, when you push it up to fold that or to staple that.
So when you when you were saying multi-roll, that's kind of cool, but I kind of strayed away from like real Air Forces using multi-roll planes because we kind of don't need to do that. I mean, just because we make the specific ones. I mean, obviously, once you're in, you make whatever freaking plane you want to. It's just like you just got to cover the rolls. And it's nice. I mean, obviously, if you've got the amount of planes you need to get in, then like having one plane do like 5 things, that's no big deal. I just usually, you definitely can't make a plane do a close range support and long range strike. There's just no way. I say that. I'm putting an asterisk by that because you can't. You know, Diamant supposed to be close range, and it's turning out to be at least medium range, and I get it, but those are with tweaks. I'm still not going to call it a multi-roll. Damn it, I couldn't I? All right,
I'm not
never mind.
arguing
Okay.
with you on that.
You know
one.
what? I'm not saying. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to restrict what I just said because technically, if you go by the fact that, okay, if you just take Diamant plain ordinary, and then you write about every variant, you can say it's a multi-roll because Diamant A. I don't know how I'm going to sequence these right now because they're so new. But for example, if I were to call the one Diamant A, it's like the close range. Diamant B could be the medium range.
Diamante,
Yeah,
Diamant,
I haven't decided how I'm going to do that one yet. I kind of think, I don't know.
Diamant. You should start Diamanti.
It's like him having Spyder V1, 2, 3, and 4, or Phase 1, 2, 3, and 4, stuff like that. You know, obviously, but you wouldn't. We don't do that because we put like the Spyder V1 and then tell you the story of the V1. We don't tell you about. We usually don't do Spyder and then break it down and say Spyder multi-role plane because, like the V1, all of his different Vs are different sizes. You know,
Yes.
the V3 is the fighter bomber, right?
I think so. It's either 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, whichever one. The biggest one is your fighter bomber, right?
Yes. Which
Because
is
regular
what,
one is the striker, and then the
which is what's shown in the picture.
yeah. So but wait a minute. So you do have 4. Is 4 the oversized?
Oh, that's right. Did we make the oversized? We did.
So that's the one
where's
that's
the
supposed to be.
sheet?
I don't have them up yet. We gotta bring them up. Because whatever, like your micro is the one you kind of like. I'd rather not use that one. That one kind of sucked. But 1 was your standard. 1 was the fighter bomber, and then 1 I would guess, would be oversized because you didn't make it anyone like super small. Well, that would be micro. No, 1 was already small. Then the other one must have been oversized. In which case, you do have at least a bomber and a fighter bomber right there. You would probably be better serviced if you use the installation seat. And oh, by the way, why are you saying they were a great multi? You don't use Ultra Havoc anymore? Where the hell is it? Not that.
I think it might have been the 3. I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, you'd be able to tell actually. Just look at the installation sheet because you do have them. There they are, right there. So V4 is the medium bomber. V3 is the fighter bomber. So V4 must be bigger than V3. Okay, V2 is the micro.
That's what I thought.
Because
I thought 2
yeah,
was the micro.
2 is not anywhere in here because, like you said, you didn't like it as much. It didn't do as good, right?
No, it was terrible.
It was terrible. We'll find. Yeah, because you got V4s you have stationed at all the medium bomber squadrons, and V3s you have as
and
fighter bombers.
see, I only made 3 V2s.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, so you do have it on a sheet.
Yeah, granted, I only made 2 of the 4s and 3 of the 3s, but
Enough to yeah. Well, see, if you did that like you did with Thunderbolt, you'd be in a-okay situation here.
yeah, well, don't look at that column.
No.
Because that just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Nothing outlasts the Energizer.
But it stinks because all this red is just dead.
I know. That's kind of horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, but I still got number 1 Ninja. And I'm keeping that one.
That's because it's like one of the newest birdies.
Yeah, but I don't care because I'm keeping that one. But number 10 does really well for me. It always seems to be that way too.
Well, you gotta work your way into the designs. You know, you can't. Your first one's never gonna be. That's the thing,
it was
though.
either
I mean,
10. It was either 10 or 12. It was
somebody
either
like
10 or 12.
before you really got your groove.
Of the Spyder that was the yellow one.
Yeah.
And that was the
Oh
one.
yeah.
It was either 10 or 12. It was right
And
around
that yellow
number.
one. That yellow one was good.
Yeah, that yellow one was awesome.
Did you? I don't know if you guys caught this, by the way, but you notice what I did to this phase here?
Could you staple it?
There's staples in the rear, and the only okay, this was what you kind of call triage because I took it out to fly today. It's the only phase out there again, and it did good. You notice it doesn't have the fins that it had before. It did pretty good with the fins, but it did better without them, which is typical. I didn't bring a lineup tool, so I couldn't tell if they were parallel, which is why I removed them. And I didn't bring a scissors, but I did bring the stapler and the tape. And it was flying kind of like a dart, so I knew it was a little bit, heavy, but I didn't bring scissors to trim the nose. So instead, I put the staples in to balance the weight. It's dumb, but it worked because it balances the weight. It's like I just made the plane heavier, but at least it balanced the weight. I couldn't trim it out of the nose, so I added it to the tail.
I was going to say, you reverse balance.
Yeah. That's triage. You really wouldn't do this. I mean, if I had the scissors, I would have trimmed that nose easily. But since I couldn't do that, and I was dumb, didn't bring the scissors, I used what I could, and it worked. So this is something to remember when you're ever in a combat situation. If you do forget something, if the transport gets killed, if the transport can't bring your scissors or can't bring your stapler, you remember the stapler, you can do something like this. It's important information to keep. One of these days, we're going to end up having to do a show on this crap for people, on like how the combat should work, because I'm sure a lot of people will probably be interested in how we combat, even though we haven't combated in a long time.
No. We haven't done anything major since Rain Tree.
No, not really. And that was pretty much just an exercise, of course, but
Yeah.
It worked really well, especially since it was mostly involving my birds.
Oh, it was all you. I think I had like 3 at that point.
Yeah, and they were
They were destroyed.
they were the bus. Yeah, they were the bus too.
They were destroyed. Yours were destroyed.
Actually, I'm fairly well certain I've got quite a few of the javelins that was involved in that. Just because you know me, they usually get kept.
Well, yes, but there were a lot of things lost that day.
I've still got 57.
Man, at 57?
I've still got 57.
It was that long ago?
Well, no, it wasn't because 50. Well, yeah, but 57 was already 10 years old when we did that.
I know, but you were only on 57?
No, 57 probably wasn't the newest one because again, 57 was 10 years old. I was probably somewhere in maybe the early 100s at that
That's what I
point.
thought. Like I didn't think I thought you were already triple digits with
Yeah,
most of them.
I think we probably used. I think we probably and some of the ones that got destroyed, 80s and 90s, and definitely some hundreds. But I think like maybe up into the 130s and 40s we flew a lot of, which I do have some of those. So, but now, yeah, the newer birds, the 180s and the early twos are usually the ones I fly. But 57 still goes out because it can.
That's so
50,
crazy.
57, the last of the ones that I use with notebook paper because I don't know what the hell I was doing. Javelin was once built with notebook paper, but only like, trust me, only a few examples. That was not
How
going
do
to
you
happen.
even get that thing to fly?
Well, the thing about a javelin built out of notebook paper is it doesn't do what a javelin does. It glides a lot more. Although 57 does a really good job being made out of notebook paper, I'll give you that. It still does fly pretty much like a javelin.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got that covered. He's gonna try this new Spyder out. I'm gonna try to work with this bird here. So like at the Diamant, I'm gonna work with still, obviously.
Yep.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I gotta get my lineup altered because I did a lot of flights with the ones that I took out there, and Wasp, the one I've been working with. I gotta try to figure out a way to put a tail on that thing because one of the things I don't like about it is a very, very plain, ordinary looking bird. And like something I figured out today, this is the one I took out. I barely flew this one, but it did fly okay. This is longer than the average Wasp. This is also, I never tried this before. I put little small things that I borrowed from KIA. The fins back here are tiny, and it seemed to kind of like that because one thing I did learn is Wasp cannot have dual fins from the rear wings like we like to have, like a Phase 4 has. Like a lot of you might have put on there. Mark, I think you put that on a couple of yours.
Yeah, we did that to Diablo.
Yeah, definitely with Diablo. You might actually still have that one. Maybe.
I think actually, yes, I think I do. I think that one's actually
You could probably do that with Ninja.
I mean,
You have a
I mean,
you have a variation.
I did this one, which was cut, similar to the phase.
Yeah.
I
But
cut that,
this
but I also did it differently because I didn't cut it all the way to through the anhedral either. I stopped it.
right.
I stopped it right where the reinforced leading edge was.
So yeah, I found out that like Wasp does not like those because it loses structural integrity on the rear wings, the trailing edge, and they flap horribly on takeoff, which prevents the plane from doing mostly anything. So there's one tech that Wasp has tried and will never get again because it won't work. It seemed to like these, but this is also a thicker bond paper, so eh. In the meantime, the basic Wasps fly really freaking good. So I got to figure out a way to add a tail to them. Because you know me, tails, I like tails. I might have to explore OAE's options with tails. He said like he's got some ideas on that. I might have to take him up on that just so I can see. Wasps are cool. But the funny thing is all these new ones, the Diamant, except for Goblin, Diamant, the Wasps, they all fly about the same damn length. So I'm gonna be in a little bit of a quandary here, having to put like they don't fly as,
You're always having to fly off.
I've got to because they all do about the same damn thing. It's all medium to long range. Venom, same boat, same boat. I mean, I wonder if Venom and Wasp are kind of like family tied together somehow. They're not, because you've seen Venom. You chased Venom down. You know Venom's not like that.
Yes, I don't
But
like. I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like anything that you build that flies far.
well, you're gonna hate Wasp.
I know.
You're down, and you're probably going to start to hate Diamant too, because, I mean, yeah, I might take a video so you guys get an accurate representation of exactly how far that pond was to the parking lot. And yes, it was wind aided, and yes, it was altitude aided, because the parking lot is a good 10 to 15 yards higher than the pond is due to the construction of the area. But that's what made Venom fly so good, and I mean, that's what can make your plane fly good. Yay! But you know, it's still whatever you could use, you use. You know, I mean, indoor flights are one thing. When you're outdoors, man, your planes, dude, at the mercy of the wind and stuff, there's only so much you can do. So if you can beat the wind, if you can fly good out there, you've done something. You know,
Well,
anybody
yeah,
can fly.
that's why I think this being doubled might actually benefit
Yeah.
for Raptor, because this was taking a beating out there.
Well, can you make
But
those
Ninja,
bigger?
yeah, I definitely probably could. Are you talking about these?
Yeah.
You're talking about the wings itself, or just the whole plane?
No, I mean the well, actually, yeah, eventually the whole plane, because you could look at it for something else.
But
But I
you're
mean
talking about
those.
just these.
Yeah, I'm talking about the tails there. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, these are smaller than this one.
Because it'd be interesting to see exactly how big you can get them before they actually become a nuisance more than.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know.
why Ninja flies as well as it does, is because it's thick. It's it's thick all the way back until here. It's got the reinforced leading edge, and there's nothing hardly here. I mean, these wing pockets are kind of thick up here, but this is just the sheet of paper. This is nothing.
Oh, you got something like that. That one. Hey, that's another thing I should ask him. Is like, okay, we built a few. Have you built some of ours? I'm assuming, right? You probably at least built NASA's, because he's got, the tutorials up there. I need to get my tutorials up badly.
You got to build them.
I gotta build land. Well,
If you build them, they will come.
I know I'm turning this stupid Lance video into such a production. That's one of the problems.
Well,
Oh, and you told me. Speaking of which, you told me you can do. Yeah, that video is gonna be a production. Which I'm gonna hopefully make every video into this kind of device. But anyway, you said we can eventually do this where we can include like video clips of flights and stuff. So
yes, for here, yes.
yeah, so when we can start talking with people about like, because again, I know somebody's going to be interested in when we talk about close range, we can show them a clip of a plane doing a close range, or at least distances, and say like, hey, this is this. Oh, okay, that's close range. I'd like to be able to, blend that in there so people know.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
that'll
it's pretty simple. We just have to find out what clips we want to use ahead of time. That's really what it comes down to.
I need to actually like take the time out to make them. I mean, whichever one they are, like, because I've got a couple of the ones that I showed from before that I do have, because I said Wasp was actually doing a good portrayal of exactly what should be medium range, and I was like, that could be used. So, Goblin does a great job of it. The only problem is following Goblin, because Goblin's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire be the same way.
Yep. Well, I think that about wraps this up.
All right, we got it. We got everything out there. We got ideas. We got the news update. I did remember all the news, right? Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
No news is NASA news. But no, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to come up with another design, because I'm just trying to come up with new designs and new ideas, just to kind of keep the creative juices flowing.
Well, yeah, you need that. You need that. I mean, it has to be. It has to. Well, I mean, just like you said, it's gotta. You gotta have the ideas come from somewhere, and that would help you out. Get the ideas right there.
Yep. So,
Hopefully, it starts with that Spyder right there.
It might. I might have to check it out in the next day or so. I might make another video of that. I might make it a 2-part video, a two for one video, and just do both Raptor and this one in it.
I'll try to.
Because I already have the video recorded for Raptor. I just gotta finish editing it. But if I record the video for this one, I can just throw it in the same clip and just edit the video and then be done with it.
Right. I gotta get. If we do that, like, yeah, I'll take a video of mine flying. Hopefully, I'll get it. Hopefully, I can get another one built. And like, if yours flies anything like this one flies, oh, good luck to you because you can have fun with this one.
Right. The problem is I have to drive down the street, which will end up being a new annex if I do this.
Well, annex is okay. Yeah, I mean that doesn't really add anything to installation sheets, so that's all right. That's
Yeah.
just part of your base.
Yeah, because it's down the street. There's big baseball fields down the street.
That's what I got to do too. One of the reasons why I don't fly as much as I do, but I'm going to change that because I need to get to some flying here. And today was really cool.
Well, because you're running out of time. I mean, how much time you got left before your weather starts changing again? Well, you got like 2 months.
It already has.
Yeah, right. It's already starting to get cool.
Last week it was 90 degrees. Today was like 72. So I mean, but that's perfect.
That's not terrible.
No, but it's a 20-degree drop. I mean, we're talking like 92. It's 72. I mean,
I know I would be freezing at that point.
It was a beautiful day. That's why I had to get out there. This whole week has been like that. So, which explains why I've been flying almost every day this week. I need to suck it up and fly in the 90-degree days though too, because you can't let that.
It's so hot.
Well, you can't let that stop you. You can't.
Well, I can't because I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. No, you're right. It's hot, but I mean, you can't. You already have days when you can't fly because it's, in my case, snowing or it's windy. You can't fly in wind very well. So you got to take what you can get. I mean, like if you use heat as an excuse, well, when the hell are you gonna fly? You're eliminating a lot of your days.
Yeah, I'm pretty much eliminating all my days if I use heat.
Right. Yeah.
And wind.
And I myself realized the same thing. I'm like, dude, I spent how long flying in South Carolina in the summertime? If I can fly in South Carolina, I can fly in the heat up here. There's no freaking excuse. So, especially because, again, you and me suffer from the same problem. You stay out too long or, in some cases, at all, and GLH, ground level humidity, starts to hit, and that's really bad. And I was already experiencing that here because as soon as the sun gets low here, that starts coming up because the humidity is almost omnipresent in the grass. It's so thick.
Yep.
So it's like when the shadows were getting long, they were already starting to feel it. And I was like, damn it.
See, it's just so humid in the air, period. So they take it pretty quick. Like you have to fly them and be done.
Yeah. But that's, again,
because they will get wet. They will get wet just from being in the air.
It also depends on like how many you have. I mean, I've got so many. Is it really going to hurt me if I lose a few to humidity? No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really at all.
Me? That's a different story.
It's a different story. Yeah.
I should have more, but it's the government, man.
Dude, work on that, man. I just built I'm proceeding on this like. I'm not trying to, but so far this year, well, not this year, but at least the past 2 weeks, this plane a day thing is a reality. I've pretty much built a plane a day for the past 2 weeks.
That was nuts when we were doing that.
It's a great way to up them, man. It's a great way to up them. And like you said, if you do that, you can dedicate a month to Spyder, dedicate a month to Diablo, dedicate a month to Ninja, and pretty soon you got a Forge.
Yeah.
Hell, you don't even have to do a full year. Just do a season.
Oh yeah. No, it would literally just be like a month or two, and you could move on to the next one.
Right. But I mean, like, dude, here you just built a new one anyway, so you got at least a new Spyder.
Yep.
You had the new Diablo on the other show. The show was definitely spur you to build a bird. So,
Yeah, they do.
So
All
anyway,
right.
people, we'll get you some videos. I promise I'll do a tutorial here, and I'll see if I can get some videos of this new bird flying.
Yeah.
Mark over there will definitely try to get some birds there. OAE, I will make an effort to see if I can build a couple more years because I want to get them out there. So, yeah, we'll work on this. Had a good show. Keeping it at a reasonable time.
Yep.
That's always nice. I
And
didn't really get a chance to discuss on the gaining entry and basing, but we'll get into that.
we'll get into that.
Yeah, like I said, we're trying to keep this reasonable. So,
Yeah. And always remember,
keep them flying.